So, Leslie Marshall, with all this, question as to whether or not, the president is being fully truthful with the people listening, is it so wrong that Joe Wilson, Republican from South Carolina, stands up and calls him a liar out in public?
Yes, because you're not giving facts. I'm going to mention again, in addition to being a syndicated talk host, I'm married to a surgeon, I own a medical center, I'm a small business owner, I own 2 small businesses. So when you talk about what has changed, if you work for someone right now, as we all do, we have the insurance that our employer has chosen. If the employer chooses a different plan, such as a government option, well, that's the plan you would then have. Whether it's an HMO, managed care plan, or a PPO, that's nothing that changes, whether we have health care reform or not. First of all, if we're talking about screaming liar at the president, I don't care what party you're from. It is completely disrespectful. I will remind you that as a Democrat, our former presidents that were Republicans have also lied. And no one, and I'm not saying that Obama's lying, but I'm saying who is calling George Bush the first,
he actually did
Daddy
say that
Bush,
he
a liar when he said no new taxes?
That would include
who
Obama
is saying, yeah, but no. I'm saying that it's completely disrespectful and out of line and unprofessional for anybody in the House or the Senate on the floor and the president speaking to yell out liar, regardless of the president, regardless of the party. I wouldn't do that, even if I hated the guy. And certainly this is politics, not an issue of love and hate.
Leslie, I totally agree with you that it was disrespectful. Frankly, I felt it actually had some racial undertones to it, and I was appalled that he did it at all. But that being said, there was a lot of misinformation and, frankly, lies that President Obama put out there today. You did not rebut the one about them pretending that they're not going, pretending they are not. The Senate is not going to count the $220 billion in additional spending for Medicaid, Medicare. It will cost us money. It will not be deficit neutral, and I don't think anyone can argue that fact.
But what you didn't hear is what the president said. What you're hearing is what you want to hear him say. What I heard him say and what the transcript shows is he said he would not sign any bill into law that would add to the deficit. So if that is the case, there are 4 plans in the House, there are 4 plans in the Senate, and yes, there's the president's
plan. And none of them actually reduce costs. None of them are deficit neutral.
Leslie, let's just get back to the...
How do we know? Have you looked at all 9 plans?
Leslie, but let's just go back to the sheer... Let's just go back to the sheer argument of whether or not this guy should have been able to yell this out in this environment. Obviously, you're saying it's disrespectful, but this already exists in the UK. I mean, maybe we need some of these lawmakers to speak out a little bit more.
Oh, please.
Why are they there? Just to nod their head?
That you said the UK. I can't even believe that you uttered the words UK when people have been calling the president a socialist for wanting to possibly model our health care plan, which he is not, nor is the House or the Senate after the UK and the UK plan. We do not have the same form of government as the United Kingdom, so I don't think that you can and use that comparison.
All right, Leslie.
This is a very different form of government, and you have to. Even former First Lady Laura Bush said the other day, you have to respect your president. You have to respect our president. And we even agreed on that during the Monica Lewinsky
Well, he's
Bill
apologized.
He
has apologized.
That's the point. He apologized immediately. Immediately after the speech, he apologized. His website went down.
Child?
He announced his apology. And also, the following day, today, he called the White House. And for the record, Rahm Emanuel took the phone call and said he'll accept the apology for the president. He didn't actually get the president on the line.
Can you please be honest with me? If somebody had done this during the past president, George W. Bush's 8 years, a Democrat, please. I mean, they would be beyond outrage.
Come on, it's
in
all
America,
a sham. Pretending that it's some sort of a partisan breakdown is all a sham anyway.
We
all know it. You know it. It's not a. Yeah, it's a partisan breakdown because they want it to be a partisan breakdown. But the fact is, those guys,
really?
I want to stick a little bit with the policies themselves. We know that there will be some new health care reform. We know it's going to bring more people onto the roles of health care, and it's going to increase the amount of health care coverage that they get. That, by definition, cannot be deficit neutral. Leslie Marshall, last word on that.
My last word on that is you're talking apples and oranges. If we're talking the deficit, that's one thing. There were 9 plans. I haven't had access to all of them. I don't know how you have. If we're talking about disrespect to the president, no matter who the president is and no matter who the person is yelling it out, it certainly should not come from an elected official who, by the way, are public servants, and my tax dollars paid for him to yell, "You lie," and I'd like him fired personally.
You want him fired, Leslie? I'm looking in the audience, and I see Charlie Rangel, who clearly cheated on his taxes. He lied about a $1.3 million account that he forgot about. He took money from Dominican
talk about every Democrat or Republican that have lied or cheated on their wives or otherwise?
In the audience, but you want this guy because he slipped and said,
then use it with your vote. Use your power.
Amen.
Use your power with your vote. And that's what I said.
Thank you for reminding us.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us and reminding us the power of our individual vote. People out there, wake up. Don't vote for Republicans or Democrats that are doing this to our country. Guys on tap.
I would agree with that.
Hey.